The mammalian skeleton is made up of 206 bones. Of these bones, 126 bones are from the appendicular skeleton. Did you know that the appendicular skeleton accounts for more than half of the bones of the entire mammalian body? Hello learners, my name is Jovia Katuhaise and I'm your teacher of biology today. We are going to study about the structure and function of the appendicular skeleton. As earlier on said, the mammalian skeleton is divided into two major divisions. The exoskeleton made up of the skull, the vertebral column, the ribs, the sternum. Those we have already looked at. However, today we are going to focus on the appendicular skeleton. The appendicular skeleton basically is made up of the girdles and the limbs. There are two basic types of girdles: the pelvic girdle in the hip region and the pectoral girdle in the shoulder region. The girdles are connected to the limbs. The forelimbs connected to the pectoral girdle, that is our forearms, and then the hind limbs connected to the pelvic girdle, and those are our legs. The upper limb is made up of the following parts: the humerus, which is the longest bone of the upper limb. And then we have the radius and the ulna, which are located in our lower limb. And then we have the hand region that consists of the bones such as the metacarpals and the carpals. Whereas our lower limb is made up of the thigh and the leg and the foot. The bones in the lower limb are, we have the femur, which is the longest and the largest bone in all mammals. It is located in our thigh region. Then the patella, which is a bone just ends the bone of the femur in the knee region. Then we have two bones in the leg region, the lower leg region, and these are the tibia and the fibula, the tibia being the larger and the longest bone. In our ankle region, we have the tarsals or the tarsal bones. Then in the foot, we have 5 metatarsals. These metatarsals are in accordance to the number of digits or toes on our foot. And then in our toes, we have phalanges, which are 14 in number. These are bones that are located in our toes within the foot. Within the upper limb, we have said we have the humerus bone, which is long, but not longer than the femur bone in the thigh region. Beneath the humerus bone in the upper limb, we have the radius and the ulna. The ulnar bone being longer than the radius. Then we have the wrist, where we often tie a watch. Here we have bones we call the carpals. Then in the hand, we have the metacarpals. They are 5 in number, originating from the number of digits we are having on our hands. And then within our fingers, we have the phalanges, the bones that form our fingers in our hand region. How are the limb girdles important in nature? The limb girdles, that is the pelvic and the pectoral girdle, are very important as they connect the exoskeleton with the appendicular skeleton together with the limbs of our body. This is very essential as it spreads the entire weight of the body and the force of the body to ensure maximum efficient and flexible locomotion. The next importance of these girdles is they provide surface for attachment of muscles and limbs, which is very important during locomotion. In conclusion, the key points here are the appendicular skeleton is made up of 2 basic types of girdles, the pelvic girdle and the pectoral girdle. These girdles are attached to the limbs. The pectoral girdle attached to your forelimbs or your arms, and the pelvic girdle located in your hip region attached to your hind limbs. Those are the legs. The number of bones that make up the appendicular skeleton are 126 in number, more than half the entire number of bones that make up your mammalian skeleton. The upper limbs are made up of the humerus bone, the ulna and the radius, the carpals, the metacarpals, and the phalanges, whereas the lower limb is made up of the femur, which is the longest bone in your body, the patella, the tibia and the fibula in your leg region, the ankle bone, which you call the tarsals, the metatarsals in the foot region, and the phalanges in the toe region. Thank you.